Hey everybody, I'm Barrett and you're watching Bikin McNuggets. It's a beautiful fall day in October here in North Carolina, and we're going to take a little ride. We're in Raleigh today and we're taking a ride on the Greenway, and it's going to be awesome. So let's go. Alright, we're starting out at the Walnut Creek Wetlands Center. It's a good spot to park. It's kind of near downtown, but not in downtown. And it's off of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. But you can park here, and there's 3 different ways you can go on the Greenway. You can take the Little Rock Trail, which is across the street here, or the way that we're gonna go, which is Walnut Creek Trail. And what we're going to do is ride to Lake Johnson Park, or at least towards Lake Johnson. It's only 6.5 miles, so it should be pretty easy. It's the first video I've made in over a month. I spent all September riding for a charity. It was the Great Cycle Challenge, and it was to raise money for cancer research for children, and like children's hospitals for cancer. And it also gave me a chance to really get to training hard on the bike. For me, I went from not riding at all in July to last month I rode 620 miles, which is about a little over 20 miles a day average, which for me is amazing. It's the most I've ever ridden in a month, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure there's people that do that a lot more than that, but they're probably in good shape and they probably been doing it for a long time. Hey, Bikin McNuggets. The nice people let me go. Very kind. One cool thing that has changed though is my camera setup. I got the same visuals, but I've got a new mic set up. Yeah, I went back and watched some of my videos, and there was just a lot of rattling and stuff from the bumps in the road, which can get annoying if you're watching a video for a while. I didn't particularly like it, but I couldn't find a solution to it until now. So now I've got a mic set up that's kind of not attached to the camera itself, a lavalier. So there'll be a lot less like noise that you don't want to hear. You know, you can hear me talk a little bit better, or the ambient surrounding noises. Water. I'm riding in the rain. No, I'm not. I'm really just riding through puddles. So a lot has changed in the last month since I've made a video. Personally, I've lost a few pounds. I've been trying to ride hard so I can eat the same and still have a good calorie deficit. I've been aiming for 1,000 calories a day. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but I probably haven't been doing that. But if I aim for it, it helps me. And my legs are getting stronger. Uh-oh. Camera's tilting a little bit. Legs are getting stronger, and I've tuned my bike in a little bit better. So everything is better than it was a month ago. Except for I broke the screen on my GoPro on the back. I was being lazy, I suppose, and left my bike sitting on the front porch while I go back inside, and then it rolled away. Or it's a really tiny front porch, so it rolled right off of it and crashed, broke a spoke nipple, and also broke the lens on my GoPro. I was pretty unimpressed with myself. So we're going across Wilmington Street here, downtown. Is that a way? You can see a little bit of the skyline. I guess I need to hit the button, huh? Little technical issue. Had to fix that real quick. All is good. This part of the Greenway is a little bit bumpy, so if all your rig isn't tight, you might have something come loose. So we're at mile marker 8.5 on the Walnut Creek Trail, and I believe we're coming up on the Walnut Creek Amphitheater. I've been doing most of my riding on the Neuse River Trail because it's newer and smoother, and there's a lot of miles. Oh, bumps. And it's fun. And there's a lot of wildlife. Almost always see baby deer and regular deer. Here's where you take a left to stay on the Walnut Creek Trail, but we are going to go straight to the Rocky Branch Trail. Mainly because I don't want to get off and walk up that gravel driveway. The trail isn't quite complete right there. I don't know if it's because it was too steep of a gradient. They didn't want to, well, that didn't make any sense, but I don't know why they didn't pave it, but they didn't. I think this is the way we want to go anyway. There's over 100 miles of Greenway in Raleigh, or in the Raleigh area at least. I think it's all in Raleigh, the capital area Greenway system. Cary is right next to Raleigh, and a few years ago they were ranked like 3rd in one of the best bike cities to live in. Not exactly sure why, but I don't ride in Cary, so I don't know. Hey, mile 1/4, so we're on the 1/4 mile mark of the Rocky Branch Trail. So perhaps I was wrong about going to the amphitheater. That must be the other way. So it's fall, you can see all the leaves are down. Last time I filmed, it was about 96 degrees, I believe. And hot. It's really nice today, especially when you're moving on the bike. Here's the half-mile marker. And all the tunnels are lit now in Raleigh. Well, most of them, I think. As long as the lights are working. Who knows what goes on the Greenways after dark? Who knows? Probably nothing good. I know people have been riding like motorbikes. Oh, we're coming out at Dorothea Dix Park. So yeah, we're not going the way I said we were going. We're not going to be going to Lake Johnson. This comes out at NC State if we keep going. So let's do that. I think school, I think classes are in. There should be some peeps around. We're right by Lake Wheeler Road at Dorothea Dix Park. This is the park where they just started doing Christmas light decorations last year, and I made a vlog about that on my Fruit Loop Films channel. But word of advice, if you ask me, don't waste your money. Get a map of like the houses, private houses that have their own Christmas stuff, and you'll have a better time. You'll have to drive around a bit to see them, but they're like way better than the lights they had here. I was pretty disappointed, and I hate to be a downer at Christmas time or any time, but it was just like little frames with lights on them. They weren't even like blow ups or hardly anything like that. There was a few, but not. It wasn't worth it. I think it was like $20 or something. It is a beautiful day out today. Coming up behind you on your left side. Hello. I always try to give people like really early warning that I'm coming up behind them, because it's startling, you know, when you're out here all by yourself. And cyclists should keep this in mind as well, please, that bicycles are really quiet, and unless you got eyes in the back of your head, you don't know that people are coming up behind you. And I feel like the more experienced cyclists do it more than the ones who are not, because they ride faster and they come up behind you faster. And then they're all like, on your left, all serious like, and it's not cool. It's not cool. Maybe they don't realize they're doing it, but it startles people. And now we're on Western Boulevard. Right across from the Central Prison. I think we'll bypass the tour of that today. I don't think they'll let me in anyway, which is a good thing. Ah, come on, bike. I can't get my foot clipped in. Damn. I feel like a big dummy. You ever feel like a big dummy? It happens to me a lot. But I guess if you don't realize you're being a big dummy, you can't change it, can you? A lot of people act like a big dummy and think it's normal. So they don't change. Time for a drink of water. Oh, fresh cut grass. Smells really good. Can y'all smell that? Alright, now we're coming up one of the oldest and nicest parks in Raleigh, probably in the state. Pullin Park. This is Pullin Drive. This road. And we'll take a little cruise around, kind of show you entrance. They got a miniature train and a carousel here. Maybe we'll catch it at some point. on camera. Last time I was here, we got a little bit of the train on camera. Not sure. I think maybe it's shut down by this time of day. I think the hours are somewhat limited because there's not as much traffic in the parks. There's the railroad tracks. You can see them right here. Traffic in the park still hasn't quite picked up yet, I don't think. So they're just trying to keep costs down, I believe. If you want to see or ride the train, you can go to my other channel, Fruit Loop Films, and search for Pulling Park Train on YouTube. And I filmed it a couple times. Alright, to continue on the Greenway, you got to cut in right here. And here's the bridge for the train. And now we're on NC State campus, I believe. This is at least the edge of NC State campus. Ooh, it's nice and smooth here. It's like they repaved maybe. Ooh, it's smooth. I like it. Yeah, here we go. Signs for NC State. We'll be coming out right at the track and softball stadium. Up on the hill to the left is the basketball training facility. Coming up behind you. Hey. So I worked on campus here for a Lime Bike for 9 months. So I rode a bike 7 hours a day basically here on campus. Hey, coming up behind you. So I got to know the ins and outs and bike paths pretty good. Oh, tunnel not lit. I lied. Caught me in a lie. You can hear the marching band practicing, or at least the drum corps. They just put up a new gym here, or at least a new part of it. I guess it's been 3 years maybe since they did it, but it's pretty new. And it's much nicer than it was. So let's go ride around campus for a second. Then we'll jump back on the trail. Or not. Here's the international dorms. These are some of the oldest, I think, on campus, if not the oldest. Got the skate corner where nobody ever lands a trick. And the cool metal wolves that they got here in Wolf Plaza. And this is the Tally Student Union with all the restaurants on the right. Straight ahead they have a theater and a big banquet hall and whatnot. Where you want to come and get your coffee, or if you want to buy some gear, there's a store in there. Reynolds Coliseum and the Everett Case statue. Let's see. Go this way before I fall down. All right. I really miss working over here. Not only did I get to ride the bike all day long, you're around young people and you just feel young again. There's a puppy dog. This is the ramp to the Free Expression Tunnel. Ooh, some nice graffiti. Generally, there's not that good of art here, honestly. And when there is, somebody will cover it up. I like all the pink. And the yellow tubes. It's like something out of SpongeBob SquarePants. Here's the other side of the yellow tubes. Riding on the bricks is fun. They're really smooth. There's all kinds of little paths and stuff like cut throughs, and it's just fun. It's different. And walking is for the birds. I couldn't imagine walking around everywhere on campus. Here's some of the newer bricks. These have been here about 2 years, maybe 3. There used to be a building right here. There's a circular building. I think it was the student union before the current one. Well, they got the way I was going to go closed off, so we're going to go back this way. One of my favorite lanes is here at Gardner Hall. It's like a little greenhouse. It's just got an old, like, retro feel to it. I guess all the air conditioners and the trees growing in here and stuff, and the old style architecture. Old building, I guess.
The topic is peacemakers.
I'm gonna ride through the building. Riding through the building. To the right is University Towers. I wasn't being very smart right there. All right, well, let's get back on the trail. And head back towards home. These gates are closed until 5 to keep out traffic. We'll get back on the trail here. Coming up behind you guys on your left. Oh, I can hear the band practicing. They're playing The Rain down in Africa. About the rain down in Africa. Probably can't hear that on this little tiny microphone. It's meant for close noises. Here's the Greenway that's actually green. And this is where we came out by the track. So we're heading back. This is the really smooth asphalt. Or in Europe they call it tarmac. For those of you watching overseas, somehow I doubt there's anybody watching overseas, but if you are, welcome. Take a left. Did y'all know downhill is way more fun than uphill? I really enjoy filming my bike rides because it gives me a reason to talk to myself. without dying. Hey, I didn't die. See what happens when people are nice and let you go. Nobody has to die. And it only inconveniences you for 2 seconds. I have friends that complain to me about biking, like a group of bicyclists or something riding and slowing them down. And I understand, I suppose, but really it's a small inconvenience that you endure so that others can enjoy their thing, you know? Like it's a small price to pay to have to just wait even 10 seconds, even more. It doesn't hurt anybody. Hey, Bikin McNugget. I'm just saying, I know I'm looking at it from the cyclist point of view, mostly, but there's really no great place to ride where we could be away from cars except for the Greenway, and you can't always do that. If you're riding in a big group, the Greenway is not a good spot because people are trying to walk and do that kind of stuff, so you can't. They want you to go slower and cars want you to go faster. But we only got so much power in our legs. It's getting busy. It looks like it's getting near rush hour. Thank you. Oh no, big bump. I need to tighten that camera up a little bit better next time. Going into the darkness. It's like the Black Forest. Hey. Oh. It is a lovely day for a ride. I also enjoy filming because I don't ride so hard and I can actually enjoy the ride a little bit better. When I'm training, I'm like pushing my limits, you know. And sometimes it's not enjoyable so much as it is when you're just cruising. We can still go at a good kick, but just knock it down a notch. Not racing anyone, just taking it all in. Looks like it's about golden hour now too. Should get good color in the film. That's me getting water, making noise. It makes like a reverse fart noise. Reverse Farts, sponsored by Camelback. Let's hit the button.
Wait.
Okay. It's a very bossy light. Tesla. You know, one thing I really like about Teslas now, the fact that they are quiet. I'm not waiting anymore. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not your son. You're not my real dad. As I was saying, I got on a tangent there. The microphone gives me license to say silly things, I suppose. If you hadn't turned it off by now, then bless your heart for listening. But back to Teslas. So they're really quiet. And there's so many people that just have cars these days that just are meant to be noisy for no reason. Like you hear like a race car sound, really noisy. You think like a F3 car is coming by or something, and you're going faster than the other cars that's making the noise, because it's just noise. There's like nothing even to it, and that's annoying. At least go fast, y'all. If you're gonna make noise, don't just do it for the sake of making noise. If you're trying to have a fast car, like, just make it fast. Noise, if it makes noise, then it makes noise, I suppose. But doggone it, I'm sick of listening to y'all's cars. So there's my rant for the day. I wonder if we went all electric, would it still be possible to make their cars noisy like that? Because that, I'm like all for it. If we can quiet these guys down. I'm thinking that's like a combustible engine type thing. If it's electric, you'd have to like falsify the noise. Not that they don't already, but I don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway, let's go back. We're back in the bumpy area. Bright Hope. That was Bright Hope Road on our left. I don't think I've ever been on that road. Here's where you take a right to go to finish the Walnut Creek Trail. If you're coming from the other direction, you want to take a left. But there's only one way to turn, so you don't have to remember anything. But if you don't know, that can be really confusing, because it looks like it's just going up to like just a road, which it is, but there's no signs, in other words, so you can't tell where it goes. think that's one place where they could really use another sign. Some of those signs are redundant, I think, maybe, possibly, but that one is the opposite of redundant. Undundant. We're back at Wilmington Street. Let's see if I can get across before the light changes. Just barely. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Make you wanna pedal your pedaling feet. You can see my shadow. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? I'm just riding. Like a truck and bus graveyard on our left. Not exactly sure. I think it's just a storage. Well, it might actually be a junkyard. This part is. I guess it's like a bus and truck junkyard. And I'm back in the tunnel again. I'm back. That sounds terrible. Remind me not to sing. There's a under the train trestle. One of the coolest parts of the Greenway. That's a really old train trestle. You can still see like the original rock walls that held it up originally. Cool thing about this particular Greenway, that is Walnut Creek and Rocky Branch, is there's not a lot of traffic over here. I mean, there's car traffic, but not Greenway traffic. Probably not a place you want to be stuck after dark, though. Like I was saying, you don't know what's going to happen when the lights go out on the Greenway. It could be bad. That was perfect timing on that one. Didn't have to wait at all. I think we're getting pretty close back to the car. Yeah, here we are. So yeah, if you watched this far, bless your heart. And we're coming back to the Walnut Creek Wetland Center momentarily. I enjoyed getting back on the film trail. Is that a thing? The habit. When I was training, it was just too much to try to film and ride hard and everything. So it's a nice little break.